CLA Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
There it is, the Staples Center. Now a look at Dallas' starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slot. Josh Richardson out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. And for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Kawhi Leonard. And there's Jackson. Then it's Paul George. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Now here's Jackson. Outside Leonard. Fires from the wing. Rebounded by Hardaway.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
If you go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships, that tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
That's one of Tim Hardaway Jr.'s favorite shots, not just the ones that go in, but from that spot on the floor.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And George kicks to Leonard. Back to George. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Out to Doncic. There's the triple. Hardaway, no good. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Leonard. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Just a lightning bolt there in transition. No one can match up with Kawhi, especially at his position. That time they pay the price.
Now here's Doncic. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Inside, here's Porzingis. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Almost perfect in the game to start, 3 of 4.
The Clippers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. George against Doncic. Now here's Leonard. Not a lot of room. Now the pass to Cousins. Takes it out to Leonard. Clock at 4. 20 feet out. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now here's Richardson. To Porzingis. Back to Richardson. Doncic passes to Richardson. They get it again.
Yeah, the reach a factor there for Cauley Stein. I'd love to see him hit the boards a little bit more often.
George with the ball. Passes to Leonard. Yes, that goes in. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter.
And the versatility of Paul George's game. Elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Mann's checked in, and Dallas also making a switch. Brunson's checked in, and George, here we go.
Yeah, Paul George can get very shifty, even with that kind of frame, and he fights his way through the contact.
1:05 left in the first. Pass to Doncic. For 3. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 3.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Mike Powell comes in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
Good job to recognize the opportunity. That's just very solid offense.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Redick for three. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Brunson. There's 18 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And Marjanovic with the slam.
And a sharp pass to set up that high percentage shot in close.
Kennard on the wing. One second left. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And what do you think, guys, about Dallas here in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
On the floor for Dallas, Richardson is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Dwight Powell, and it's Melly in at the four-man position. Now Brunson. It's tipped and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. A different look for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Nicolo Melli. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Beverly looking around. Morris inside. Powell's there. Kennard for three. The Mavericks pull it in.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Powell kicks to Finney-Smith. Back to Powell. And the pass to Marjanovic. Count the basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one. It's rebounded by Brunson.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against.
Morris with the bucket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Now here's Redick. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Redick. From deep. No good. So the Clippers will take it the other way. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Off target with his three. Mavericks leading by 5. Marjanovic passes to Finney-Smith. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Morris into the lane. Lets it go. And that's good off the glass that time. Morris has got his second basket of the game.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Brunson kicks to Finney-Smith. Redick for three. They get the rebound. Marjanovic. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Beverly, the pass to Kennard. And that one, good.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Brunson. Passes it to Finney-Smith. Back to Brunson. Outside, Redick. sinks the triple. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there are so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul are three guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness, all the while he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst, partner, but a fan, and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's Kennard after J.J. Redick's bucket gets the three-pointer to fall. Kennard's got 5 points in the quarter.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Down low. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
43 seconds left in the first half. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverley doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubac. Cousins comes in for Morris. Kawhi Leonard, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Paul George in for Kennard. Clippers trail by 5. And George, here we go. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Again, when you go from second to fourth gear, Paul George puts a lot of pressure on the defense that way.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. And both free throws good for Paul George.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Here's Doncic. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Back to Doncic. Stolen by George. It'll count. And no good that time. And that's it for the first half of action. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
It is a good game we have here after one half of play. Everybody, welcome back for our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith. And the Mavericks over the past couple of years, Shaq, making some great personnel moves.
They traded up.
That's all for now. Say goodbye.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. So for the Clippers right now, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. Now here's Jackson following the missed shot by Willie Cauley-Stein. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
George against Doncic. And that one drops for him. Doncic has got his second bucket of the game to go.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Mavericks making a switch here. Finney-Smith's checked in. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
Seems like everyone's taking long threes these days, but Doncic has natural power in those legs. Generates range with ease.
Now here is George. Leonard attacking. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Out to Ibaka. 5 to shoot.
You can see Porzingis taking some pride right now on the defensive end of the floor, taking care of the shooter with his long wingspan that time.
So, for the Clippers, Mann's checked in. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Paul George. How about that mobile one block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
Determined to protect the lead with the all-out effort defensively. Superb anticipation on the block.
DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for the Clippers. Paul George comes in for Rajon Rondo. Hardaway's checked in for Dallas. Cauley Stein passes to Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
Yeah, that's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Here's Leonard. The Mavericks making the shot. It's good.
You got to do your best to root and push and shove Kawhi Leonard outside of the paint. He's just too strong and too skilled on the inside, and then he starts to get comfortable.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 7. Top of the key, Porzingis. Here's Cauley Stein. The pass to Porzingis.
Utilizing his length well.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
George against Doncic. This one for 3. George, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together. That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And the dunk by Doncic.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
And here's Jackson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Nobody near George. But they get it back. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Here's Dallas. They're on an 11-2 run. Porzingis kicks to Richardson. Doncic looking it over. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Doncic has got the lead up to 13 now for the Mavs. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And doesn't like how things are going right now.
The timeout before the timeout here, maybe just to cut off the momentum and have a chit-chat with the team to settle down.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Powell comes in for Porzingis. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now, here's Zubac. Kennard with the ball. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on J.J. Redick. It's his first trip to the line.
And he shot foul shots at about a 75% clip a season ago.
Good on both. 16 seconds left in the third. Now Brunson. Outside Hardaway. Launches it. Another 3 for Dallas.
it's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter here. We've got Tim Hardaway Jr. He's out there with Jalen Brunson. And it's Kleba in at the 5. Here's Kennard. And it's blocked. Oh, and here comes Porzingis all alone. And the rejection by Zubac. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Tim Hardaway Jr. is checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Beverly against Brunson. And that one's good. Beverly.
The strength from Patrick Beverly is impressive. Takes the punishment. I don't think he minds it one bit and still converts.
Dallas leading by 12. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now here's Brunson. Kicks it to Powell. Clock at 6. Back to Brunson. Over Beverly. Dallas again missing.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
A shot by Batum, no good. For Dallas, they've gone 0-3 to start the fourth quarter. Out left to the wing. Back to Porzingis. Pass to Redick. There's the 3. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Powell's got the lead up to 14 now for Dallas.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. The shot's good from Kennard.
That play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Here's Brunson. Out to Porzingis. Back to Brunson. Morris with the rebound. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Back to Batum. And here's Kennard. Oh, that's blocked. And so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Dallas leading by 12. Doncic with it. From deep three-point range, but they recover it. Here's Marjanovic. That one off the back iron and out.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down. And he waited for the last possible minute to get that one off. Made a sick adjustment right before he let it go.
Now Doncic. 1:04 left to play in the final quarter. Knocks down the step back J. Doncic has got 12 points in just the second half.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Dallas.
The key here, guys, was second chance points.
They pounded the offensive glass and won the scrambles for loose balls, giving them plenty of added opportunity.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Luka Doncic.
Just really loved his activity level here tonight. Constantly mixed it up, and he threw himself into a lot of plays.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
He loved that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope. He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Richardson outside, passes it to Finney-Smith. George against Doncic. 6 to shoot. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Leonard with the steal. It's George on the wing. Wide open look. Gets the bucket.
Yeah, Paul George not waiting around, wanting to get out.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Ibaka, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Morris. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's George in at the point guard position. And for Portland, Nurkic is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Derek Jones, and it's Powell in at the 2. Now here's Lillard. Back to Nurkic. Inside. Lillard misses.
He usually takes advantage of D like that. Should have been a simple layup.
And it's Leonard missing.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
That's just great defense, forcing his man into a difficult attempt.
Here's Lillard. Back to Powell. To the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Good work there as it goes.
Entering the NBA, I knew he needed to develop his mid-range game. He did it, and this opened things up for him.
Outside Leonard. And now just over a minute played here in the first. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of it.
And here is Powell. And there's the pass to Lillard. Here's Giles. Back to Lillard. With the tip, Paul George grabs the miss. And now running up the court, Leonard pushing it up and stolen by Lillard. And here we go, Trailblazers with a fast break. Nurkic finds Lillard. Back to Nurkic. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Lillard. Powell with it. 3-pointer. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Powell. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Dishes to Lillard. Pass to Nurkic. Just 5 to shoot. Shoots over Cousins. That one a little long.
With the D playing soft off him, he might have been better off taking it to the hoop instead of settling for the jumper.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
Now, here is George. Leonard, the pass to Morris. Outside, George from deep. Offensive rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Powell, that's good.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
1:14 left in the first quarter. Here's Leonard, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Yusuf Nurkic.
When he was in high school in California, Kawhi won the state's Mr. Basketball Award. And you look at the list of guys who won that award over the years, it has a lot of the all-time greats on it.
So Portland ends up going with the new group. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Patterson comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Morris. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Paul George.
Love the heart that Collins is playing with. He makes use to give his all on the offensive glass.
Here's Leonard, and he gets the bucket. Leonard's got 8 points.
Well, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
It's Covington on the wing for the 3. It's hauled in by Zubac.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Leonard kicks to Beverly. Back to Leonard. Throws it up high.
Just phenomenal awareness by Beverly, just dishing the ball to the wide open man easily.
Now McCollum. Top of the key. Anthony controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles.
Show up.
Well, before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He credits his upbringing.
I think it comes from the...
And that's the kind of support, Greg, he gives his teammates on and off the floor.
And, you know, guys naturally trust him. They believe in him, and he typically comes through when they need him.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Clippers?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
No question. It's been stifling thus far, preventing that offense from establishing any kind of rhythm.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Portland, they've got Norman Powell. Enes Kanter is out there with Collins. Then it's Anthony. And it's Simons in at the point. Here's Simons. Batum grabs the miss.
Oh, that's one of the few times they'll get away with leaving him that wide open.
Kennard's shot is off. Trailblazers trail by 4. Shot from 12. Anthony's shot is off.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. Looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Kennard's shot is off. The Trailblazers have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
And the shooting form of Anthony, just perfect. He's dangerous with the catch and shoot and just terrific at scoring when in rhythm.
Beverly finds Zubac. Back to Beverly. Knocks it loose. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Robert Covington's checked in for Norman Powell. And McCollum subbed in for Anthony Simons. Portland trailing here. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. Fires, high post. Rebound by the Clippers. Now, here's Kennard. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Los Angeles with another miss.
That's just a lucky break from deep. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen. Okay, listen, you got to body him up when he's in the paint. If you play off of him, then that's just 2 easy points.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The pass to Kennard. Buries it from three-point range. Kennard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Trailblazers trail by 3. McCollum outside. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Such a smart offensive player. When McCollum sees these shots open up, he doesn't think twice about firing.
Passes it to Kennard. Knocked away. Covington with the steal. And a wide open look for McCollum. Buries the long-range jumper. McCollum's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers. Clippers have gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. Outside, Batum. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Kennard with the ball. Anthony on him. Just 4 to shoot. Patterson passes to Kennard. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Jones checked in for Zach Collins. And Lillard subbed in for Robert Covington. It's McCollum on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And they go to the intentional foul. On defense, Portland. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter. Ibaka.
And this has really become a struggle for them. Their shots aren't dropping, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. They need to put everything they have into getting high percentage shots.
Great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. A good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Yeah, things not going their way, and he wants to just try to talk this one over.
Well, the defensive intensity has to pick up, and I'm sure coach is going to let them know that.
40 seconds left now here in the second. Jones against George. Leonard inside. Out to Ibaka. Can they get it? And it's Portland with the rebound. Nurkic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Leonard dishes to George. Out to Ibaka. Ball's knocked loose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by George.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Just 4 seconds left in the first half of the game.
Well, a big reason Nurkic impacts games is for that ability right there. Staying active on the glass at both ends, converting the second chance.
And the all right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. They never put themselves in too much.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
This game has his fingerprints all over it. Now looking to replicate what he did in the first half.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. They've got Paul George, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Morris in at the 3. Over in the corner, Lillard. Clock at 6. Off the left rim and out. Clippers trail by 6. Here's George. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. George has got the first points of the second half up on the boards for Los Angeles. Lillard with it. Outside, Jones. And Giles now top of the key. Lillard outside. Shot from 16. And it's Giles missing. Leonard attacking. It's good. 10 points for Leonard.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Nifty move. And that's 2 points on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 4.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
And here's George. From deep three-point range, the rebound by Giles. Portland leading by 4. Got a piece of it. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That's his first foul. A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Lillard. The Clippers also changing it up. Mann's checked in, and it's Jackson in for Kawhi Leonard. And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Patterson can't get it to go.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's Covington, and the dunk by Covington.
I like whenever Covington is in attack mode. He's demonstrating how dangerous he can be driving inside.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And the Clippers call time here. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Paul George, he's checked in for Reggie Jackson. George against McCollum. And George, here we go. And Cantor pulls it down. Portland leading by 6. Here's Covington. And the dunk by Covington. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
2 on the clock. Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Offensive rebound.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip.
And so George will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. It's a 10-point game. Trying to get something going. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Norkic checked in for Enes Kanter. Norman Powell comes in for Collins. Simons, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And Damian Lillard subbed in for McCollum. Pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. Shoots the three. No good that time.
A really tough night for him offensively. I mean, I wonder what the score would be if he wasn't so cold from the field.
And George able to finish.
And I like the anticipation of George on the glass there. A veteran sense of where the miss is going.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. And it's Lillard missing. Clippers trail by 6. Lets the three fly. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Lillard from deep three-point land. The long-distance three is buried. Lillard's got 5.
The remarkable range of Lillard. I mean, you see these shots he makes from distance with ease, effortless release.
The third quarter comes to a close. Trailblazers lead by 7. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Makes it a tough play to defend because you also have to guard against him taking it himself.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And the Clippers call time here.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they might be pressing a little. I mean, forcing some things. This is a good opportunity to calm everyone down.
It's a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, guys, over the break, I was able to listen to Tyronn Lue's huddle. He told him this game wasn't over yet. He said, don't give up. If we make a few big plays, we're right back in this game. Stay the course. Back to you, Kevin.
Norman Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Giles in at the 4 slot. That's the group on the floor for Portland. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard against Beverly.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
It's stolen by Jones, and the foul called on DeMarcus Cousins. That is his first foul of the game. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Lillard against Beverly. Now here's Lillard. He's guarded closely. Here's Giles. Foul for 3. Goes up again. 3-pointer. It doesn't go for him. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Tells you a little something about their team. They've been able to pull in front despite his struggles tonight.
Portland leading by 5 to the inside. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Beverly finds Ibaka and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the defender overcommits a little bit. Ibaka too quick for him on that move. Earns a trip to the line.
And Portland making a change here. McCollum's checked in, and both free throws good for Serge Ibaka.
Oh, he's such a good free throw shooter. I mean, it frees him up to be as aggressive as he wants in the post.
Lillard surveying the D. No one near him. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And the Trailblazers lead by 5. Now Beverly. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. The three from Morris. And the Clippers miss again. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. There's the pass to McCollum. Back to Lillard. 5 on the clock. McCollum passes to Jones. Misses from short range. Clippers trail by 5. Leonard attacking. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Jones kicks to Lillard. Shoots from the high post. The Clippers grab the miss. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Floats it up for Cousins. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Oh, man. And in these moments, Cousins is ready to take these shots. He does not shy away from the big moment.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. Dennis Cantor's checked in for the Trailblazers. Norman Powell comes in for McCollum. The Clippers also making some changes. Mann's checked in, and George is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Lillard fires away from way outside. They get it back.
Man, that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And it's blocked. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. Lillard with the ball. Count that one.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Outside, George. On deep. The rebound by Giles. They can burn some clock if they want to.
And get a little breather as well.
Here's Powell. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And Jones with the stop.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Well, this is what guys play for. And when it pans out like this, it's a great fit.
Now, here's George. Damian Lillard grabs the loose ball.
Whoops. Got caught in between moves there on his way to the rack.
There's 31 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. That's good from Cantor.
Clutch free throws there. That should ensure they're going home with the W.
Here's Lillard. 6 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Rebounded by Jackson. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Well, you can't leave somebody that wide open when Jackson's running the show. Reggie will find him every time.
Lillard with it. So the Trailblazers win it. Even early on in this one. David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks. For
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the starters. For the Portland Trailblazers, they've got Powell. Jones is out there with Giles. Then it's Damian Lillard. And it's Nurkic in at the center position. And for Dallas, Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Josh Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center. Now, here's Doncic. Pass to Richardson. Back to Doncic. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Lillard. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the field.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Powell with the steal. Jones finds Nurkic. And here is Powell. Guarded by Doncic. Lillard outside. Back to Powell. Shot clock at 6. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Fires from 18. And it's Lillard missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Richardson dishes to Cauley-Stein. Doncic with it. Jones covering. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking it.
Now here's Lillard. Misses off the right iron.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Richardson, no luck. Trailblazers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Count that bucket.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Now here's Doncic. Out to the right wing. Powell with the steal. And here's the fast break. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And stolen by Richardson. Kicks it out to Jones. Fires for 3. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Not a fast start for the Mavericks. They trail by 3. A pass to Porzingis. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, what an athlete this Porzingis kid is, man. I tell you, you put the rock anywhere near him, and he's going to throw it down.
Powell, the pass to Nurkic. Back to Powell. Over Cauley-Stein. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. And the call will be against Yusuf Nurkic. That's his first foul. Dallas making a switch here. Brunson's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Anthony's checked in. From deep. Doncic, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. Keeps it alive. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Brunson the pass to Porzingis. Rebounded by Anthony. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for Portland. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Don't let his height fool you. Lillard can rise up with the best of them.
Mavericks trail by 3. There's 53 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Brunson finds Richardson. Dallas moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Portland grabs the miss. Here's Anthony, and it's Anthony with the jam.
Carmelo Anthony imposing his will inside. Doesn't take any time. Rising up for the dunk.
Brunson the pass to Doncic. Back to Brunson. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Dallas shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley-Stein. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Luka Doncic. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Richardson. Here's Simons. The rebound by Marjanovic. From past the arc. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Portland out in front. Before the game, we talked with Damian Lillard. He had this to say when asked about his...
I know that when the main guy...
He's willing to bear the brunt, and he's also looking out for others.
Great leadership. His teammates seem to rally around that, and it's why every team he's on is a difficult out.
And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Portland?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. We've got Anthony. Enes Kanter is out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. And it's Simons in at the one spot.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
McCollum feeling it out a bit. Powell with the steal. Outside Hardaway. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Encouraging to see Hardaway Jr. knock it down from there, proving he can do damage from this area.
Here's Simons. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Marjanovic checked in for Dallas. Redick comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Zach Collins checked in for Harry Giant. Brunson with it. Right side, Redick. Back to Brunson. Steps back and fires. Rebounded by Anthony. Trailblazers shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Here's Simons. Outside Collins. Kanter finds McCollum. Shoots over Brunson. It's rebounded by Dallas. Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
And, you know, this is what Powell does best. Establishes himself deep inside and jams it home.
Simons, the pass to Anthony. McCollum outside. Back to Anthony. Shakes him. Doesn't go for him. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. To the middle. Finney Smith can't get it to go.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And the basket by McCollum. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now. And in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's three guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from three, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those three guys can all hit pull-ups and step-backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the three guys, I think, that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line. Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
And that one's good. Marjanovic.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And I love the way he uses his size there to make sure he gets that door.
Redick finds Brunson. Powell with it. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Anthony with the defensive effort. Here's McCollum. Makes it off the glass. McCollum's got the game tied up here for Portland.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Now Redick still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. In the corner, Marjanovic with it. Here's Finney-Smith. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into half. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. They kept at it on both ends of the floor. And that'll...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Richardson is out there with Doncic. And it's Cauley Stein in at the 5 down low. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And here is Cauley Stein after Damian Lillard was able to get the 3 to go.
Boy, showing you some power there, fellas. I mean, nice to see Doncic get up and drop it in with force that time.
Here's Lillard and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
So it's the Mavericks now after the Trailblazers pick up 2. Doncic outside. They get it back. It's good on the putback.
And with his vertical reach, you expect Cauley Stein to be a factor on the offensive glass.
Lillard against Doncic. It's Powell on the wing. Nurkic kicks to Powell. 3-pointer, Lillard. It's hauled in by Richardson. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And the basket is good. Doncic has got 4 points this quarter.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start.
Lillard scanning the floor. Pass to Powell. And here's Nurkic. Back to Powell. The pass to Jones. From the arc. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Maxi Kleber comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And it's Nicolo Melli in for Porzingis. Jones against Doncic. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on Damian Lillard. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, you know, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Here's Richardson. The Blazers getting the bucket. Back to Doncic. From outside the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
And even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Yeah, they're in a nice zone right now, and that basket looks, you know, it can handle 2 balls at once. It looks like now it could probably, for them, handle 3 or 4 balls at once as well as they're shooting.
And here's Nurkic after Luka Doncic hitting the 3. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. And Carmelo Anthony's checked in for the Trailblazers. And Fernie Simons comes in for Jones. Richardson outside. Back to Doncic. Dallas moving the ball around. Here's Porzingis. Lays it up off the glass. Porzingis has got the lead up to 6 now for Dallas.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lillard dishes to Anthony. It's rebounded by Dallas. Cauley-Stein's got his 4th rebound in this one. Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Here's Simons. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
And it's out of bounds. It's touched by Doncic. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Giles comes in for Anthony. Zach Collins checked in for Norman Powell. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Damian Lillard. Here's Simons. Pass to McCollum. From deep three-point range, sinks it. What range from outside? Wow. McCollum's got 9 points.
I don't think the range surprises anyone anymore. CJ can shoot the lights out from any position.
And here's Reddick. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Dallas, no good that time either. The 3 from McCollum, and that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. It's been all about... And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the 4th quarter could have even more action in store for us. And on the floor for Portland here in the 4th, Anthony out there with Collins. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point. Right on the bucket.
The ball distribution was there. I mean, outstanding work all the way around.
Trailblazers trail by 3. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. Mike Powell comes in for Nicole O'Malley. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Josh Richardson. Now here's McCollum. Shoots. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Runs in the pass to Marjanovic. To the paint. It's Powell on the wing. He's covered by Kanter. Redick against McCollum. Now, here's Collins. Pass to Simons. Back to McCollum. Here's Simons. Passes it to McCollum. Fires from 14. A rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Powell in the dunk by Powell.
And Powell is a tomahawk jammer. I mean, when he gets ahead of steam behind him, He's ready to throw it down.
Here's Simons. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. Shot's good by Anthony.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Jones checked in for Collins. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Here's Doncic, following the basket by C.J. McCollum. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Lillard against Richardson.
What a big shot from Richardson there. Fearless.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Lillard outside. To tie it up. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. Out to Hardaway. Takes a 3. Trains the three-pointer. Now it's a 6-point Maverick lead.
Boy, that quick trigger mindset. When Hardaway Jr. is firing away like this, you know he's feeling it.
Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Kicks it out to Lillard. McCollum outside. Inside. And stolen by Cauley Stein. On the wing, Doncic. He's guarded by McCollum. Doncic looking it over. The shot, no good. And it's Portland the other way. It's McCollum with the drive. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
And when it matters most, the coach has the confidence that McCollum will deliver.
Doncic against Jones. Doncic with it. Good on the shot.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
Doncic against Lillard. Here's Giles. Porzingis with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Now Richardson. Doncic outside. Lets it go with the 3. That doesn't go either for Doncic. And a deep 3 from Lillard. Mavericks with the rebound. From deep. No good there. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Probably. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. A stunning view of the moon over our... Here are the 5 for the Clippers. Ivica Zubac is out there with DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then there's Jackson, and it's George in at the 2 spot. And for Dallas, Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. Then it's Willie Cauley-Stein, and there's Porzingis, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward. Now, here's Doncic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Shot clock at 5. From the wing. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. We have an awesome backcourt battle tonight, Steve. Let me ask, are we in a guard-centric league right now?
We are, Kevin. I mean, we've always had great guards, and they lead you through championships with their leadership and their play, along with the big guy. But what's happening right now, Kevin, the big man is playing like a guard. The skill level of these 7-footers to be able to shoot threes, dribble, pass. So it does seem like a guard-centric league right now because everybody can play that position.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame.
And Sean's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Jackson passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
No excuse. You have to be aware. He should be on your radar all the time.
Here's Finney Smith. Back to Doncic. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Cousins.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
One-on-one here. Puts it up from 12. Cauley-Stein kicks to Richardson. Finney Smith passes to Doncic. Here's Finney Smith. That's tipped. Over to the left wing. He feeds it to Doncic. From 10 feet out, it's hauled in by the Clippers.
They are out of rhythm. 1 for 5 so far. You just need to calm down and reward your matchups.
And it's George finishing it off.
Slippery play by Paul George to get inside. He ends up right where he wanted to be for the shot.
Doncic passes to Richardson. Down low. To the inside. Cauley-Stein finds Doncic. Drills the three-pointer. Doncic has got 5.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Outside, George from deep three-point range, from beyond the arc, and then some.
Though he doesn't show a lot of expression, PG-13 is ultra competitive. Claps back from distance.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. And Doncic gets it to go. He has 7.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
And we know once he gets in the rhythm, he's a really tough guy to stop.
Now here's Jackson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Leonard. Cauley Stein grabs the board. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that ties it up.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Now here's Jackson. Offline with his 3. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Porzingis. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And just wanting it more there. You got to like seeing Porzingis beat everyone to the spot in the open floor.
Now George. 7 points in the game. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Mavericks making a switch here. Hardaway's checked in. We've got 33 seconds left here in the first quarter. Beverly feeling it out a bit. 5 on the clock. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Los Angeles with another miss. The Mavericks leading. Richardson gets a wide open look. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Kennard. The pass to Batum. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Tries a 3 off the inbound. And that one is off. And so the first quarter is in the books. Mavericks ahead. Ending the first quarter with a big 11-3 run. And we'll get going after this from the American Airlines Center. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
That's their mindset. Attack, attack, and attack some more. You're not going to beat them playing soft.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the floor for Dallas, they've got Dwight Powell, Jalen Brunson out there with Trey Burke. Then there's Hardaway, and it's Kleba in at the 4.
He wisely chose to pull up for a 3 on the fast break. The defense sucked in to prevent the layup.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You know, you got to like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. You know, Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. You know, to do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Brunson against Beverly. Pass to Burke. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Kennard's shot is off. It's tipped. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the Mavericks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Powell kicks to Marjanovic. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Kennard for three. Mavericks with the rebound. And here we go. The Mavericks in a fast break. Burke with the ball. Pass to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Passes it to Marjanovic. Shoots it. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Marjanovic has got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
And just a great job of controlling that defensive backboard, then getting out in transition. That's been the difference.
And the Clippers call time here.
And just trying to get some traction offensively. Boy, it hasn't been pretty.
You know, this is a good time to maybe switch up your strategy a little bit. You can't keep doing what you're doing and expect a different result.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for Marjanovic. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. DeMarcus Cousins is checked in for Morris. Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum. George is checked in for Luke Kennard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Maxi Kleber. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Now here's Powell. He's still scoreless so far in this one. There's the pass to Brunson. Powell down low. Defended by Ibaka. And it's good. 2 points.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Doncic is checked in for the Mavericks. Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Outside for Jackson. Back to Leonard. Pass to Ibaka. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks leading by 11. And here we go. Mavericks running again. Out to Doncic. Another three for Dallas.
And love how much Doncic believes in himself. It shows when he shoots off the pass like that.
Right side Jackson. Feeds to Leonard. The shot. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Great look, but off the mark. Clippers trail by 12. Leonard with the ball. Hardaway picks him up, and Leonard gets it to go.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
Pass to Burke. Back to Doncic. And they double up Doncic. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so it's Dallas with it. 4 on the clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Burke. A three-pointer, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone only 2 of 7 from the field since the second quarter got underway. George with the bucket.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Jackson against Doncic. And the rejection by Ibaka. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Nobody near George. Powell pulls it in. And it's Cousins with the foul. That's his first foul. Mavericks leading by 8.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
But you know, this is where your patience is tested. If you shoot too quickly, you give your opponent a chance to close out the quarter.
From deep. That shot missing. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... And Kenny, along with the incredible production Luka Doncic gives this room, his leadership. And that...
I promise to break for a positive fate. Had to work on the
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books, one half to go. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Clippers trail by 8. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. We've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Jackson. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Dallas has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
When you look at Richardson's skill set, you look at his size, you think, man, this guy could be a great 3-and-D player.
And Richardson drops them both.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Outside, George. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound.
Starting the half with 3 straight misses. Now how they envision this one.
The wide open look here for Porzingis. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
The reflexes on Porzingis can surprise you. For a big, he plays with great quickness.
Jackson kicks to George. Back to Jackson. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Jacks up a 3. That's good for George on the assist by Jackson. George has got 12.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the third quarter. Back to Doncic. Clock at 6. And that one goes long. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. They trail by 11. George looking over the floor. Throws it up high, and the dunk by Zubac.
We know about George's ability as a scorer, but he's also unselfish and a skilled playmaker.
Dallas leading by 9. Passes to Finney-Smith. And they call an illegal screen here.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Kleba's checked in. Jackson with it. And the pass to Kennard. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's Dallas the other way. They've led by as many as 14 points. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. And so they foul intentionally. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. And the Clippers with a change here too. Beverly's checked in. Outside, Redick fires the three. The shot that time, not on target. Clippers trail by 9.
It's sort of a hired gun. Redick's been a premier floor spacer in this league for a long time.
Listen to these numbers, GA, for his career. He has shot over 40% from 3. One season, he hit 47% from beyond the arc. And I can tell you, that is a tough mark to hit. And over the years, his incredible range has just become more and more valuable.
Trey Burks checked in for J.J. Redick.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And the Clippers making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Now here's Brunson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Burke. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Let's see if Coach can get them back on the right track.
Because right now it feels like the pace is being dictated to them. They need to go back to playing their brand of basketball.
Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for the Clippers. Clippers trail by 5. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Leonard looking around. A 3-ball. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. It's Powell on the wing. He's guarded by Cousins. Back to Hardaway. To end the drought. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Marjanovic has got 6 points.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that old.
And here's Beverly. Ibaka right side. Takes it out to Leonard. Just 5 on the clock. With the putback. A rebound by Marjanovic. Mavericks leading by 7. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Mavericks making a switch here. Burks has checked in. LA's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Now Beverly to the paint. It's stolen. And here we go. Fast break. Burks got it. Nice shot from the wing. Burks got his second basket of the game.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Pass to Leonard. The 3. Traps in the tray. He's got 9.
Beautiful stroke, a direct result of all the hard work Leonard's put in. Yes, smart choice. I really like that play.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Brunson. Powell is out there with Marjanovic. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then there's J.J. Redick, and it's Hardaway in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Redick for 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Cousins has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Leonard. Rebounded by Hardaway.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. Trey Burks checked in for the Mavericks. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Kennard. Clippers trail by 10. Here's Rondo. Kicks it to George. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Cousins. Luke Kennard comes in for Reggie Jackson. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. Beverley finds Ibaka, and an intentional foul right there. Down low. Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Beverley.
With a high basketball IQ and improving playmaking abilities, Luke's growing as a distributor.
Pass to Hardaway. Launches a three. The shot comes out, and the Clippers will come the other way. Hardaway with the steal, and even 3-on-3 break. There's the lob to the hoop. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Leonard. Throws it down as the official call. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And here we go, Burke into the hoop. Bucket is good.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
To the middle. Oh, Leonard in position. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And boy, Kawhi is the perfect target. The big reach to get to the pass and the great hands on the catch.
Burke dishes to Doncic. Back to Burke. On the wing, Doncic. Steps back and shoots. That one falls, coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one. Clippers trail by 8. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Marjanovic. Porzingis comes in for Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Hardaway. And Josh Richardson subbed in for Trey Burke. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Luke Kennard. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverley. And the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. George against Richardson. And the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
Mavericks leading by 6. Doncic with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
George way outside. Misses the 3.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Doncic, bounce pass. 5 to shoot. Here's Porzingis. Cauley stop. The second chance points on the tip in.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
They're going to win by a nice margin. The effort was there all night.
Nobody near Leonard. They grabbed their own miss.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. Richardson the pass to Doncic. Off the mark. And so it's Dallas winning this one. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. We've got Damian Lillard. Anthony is out there with Derek Jones. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic, and it's Powell in at the 2 spot. And for the Clippers, we've got Ibaka. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Leonard in at the small forward. Now, here's Lillard. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket.
Lillard against George. Stolen by George. And he makes good on the layup.
The speed in transition. Paul George is dynamic in space.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Trailblazers. Indoors tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game. So let's see how this plays out.
And this is where Nurkic gets a lot of his points, staying active even after the shot goes up.
Now, here's George. Outside Leonard. George with no one around. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Powell. Lillard with no one around. And he's good on the 3-ball.
And when Lillard's hitting the tray ball, it really opens things up for him. As good a passer as he is, he becomes a major headache for the D if he gets hot from beyond.
George up top, guarded by Powell. Fires the 3, and there's Paul George on the assist by Beverley. George has got 7.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Back to Lillard. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And then George with the jam.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
Lillard outside. Jones. Back to Lillard. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Powell, that's good.
Well, on the catch and shoot, Norman Powell ready to rise and fire.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Leonard attacking, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Just so fast. I mean, it's like trying to stop the train when he's coming in for the slam.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a three-point game. That one goes. Count it.
Well, speed, intelligence, touch. Kawhi Leonard has it all.
Here's Lillard. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. From downtown. Drills it from outside. 6 points for him. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Clippers have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Beverly, the pass to George. Shoots over Powell. No good off the back of the rim.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Lillard misses. Here now the Clippers.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Pass to Powell. He kicks to Lillard. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Well, what a stop by Patrick Beverly.
It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Well, earlier,
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then there's McCollum. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Simons in at the point guard position. Shots good by Kennard.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth, physical basketball, guys.
Simons, the pass to McCollum. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Batum, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset.
Well, quality shots usually translate to great percentages. The chippy for DeMarcus Cousins with authority.
McCollum outside. Six on the shot clock. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. McCollum's got 4 this quarter.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Pass to Kennard. Takes the 3. A three-pointer is right on target. Kennard's got the lead up to 7 now for Los Angeles.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Kanter kicks to McCollum. Beyond the arc. Cousins pulls it in.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Here's Kennard to the wing right side. Zubac the pass to Batum. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need the basket.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Kennard's shot is off.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there. Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Clippers leading by 5. 1:35 left to play here in the half. Now here's Cousins. T right on him. Zubac finds Kennard. Off target from outside. Trailblazers trail by 5. Here's Cantor. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum.
Very good presence of mind by Cantor right there. Good at taking contact and finishing through it.
1:03 left in the first half. To the wing on the left. Here's Cousins, and Cousins throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Cantor. Portland moving the ball around. Collin passes to Simons. And here's McCollum. From deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for Batum. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And a wide-open look for McCollum. Again, the Trailblazers score.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Outside Jackson. Feeds it to Cousins. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Cousins has got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, nice finish. DeMarcus has the ability to absorb contact and still make the play.
And that'll do it for the first half of All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie. An outstanding first quarter for Paul George. He had 9 points and 1 rebound. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
Well, we talk about guys who can control both ends of the...
Thanks for joining.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
Baca is out there with Morris. Then it's Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Inside. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Anthony.
Yeah, Melo's so hard to slow down when he's diving off a pick and roll. Fantastic timing on the play.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Powell finds Nurkic. Now Lillard. And there's the pass to Carmelo. Back to Lillard. 4 on the shot clock. Over Morris.
Well, you have to want to be a good defensive player, and Marcus Morris has committed to being more effective and aggressive contesting shots. That's nice.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. trailing by 5. Here's Lillard. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Lillard's got 8 points.
The natural offensive talent of Lillard gives him incredible flexibility, and boy, he can strike at any time.
And again, the turnover by the Clippers.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Jackson is checked in for the Clippers. 90 seconds now into the second half. Jones with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Passes it to Nurkic. And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. And the Trailblazers making a change here. Collins is checked in. Now Anthony. 6 to shoot. And Jones slams it in.
You know, you love your star players making others better, and Melo with the vision there.
Jackson against Lillard. Outside Jackson. Pass to George. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Lillard with the ball.
And that was not an opportunity Lillard was going to let pass by. Getting down the floor in an instant and finishing on the break.
Jackson passes to Leonard. Misses, and the dry spell continues. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Portland leading. And Kawhi Leonard, one of the league's most dominant rebounders, Doris, from the wing position.
Board man gets paid. That was his motto from back in high school and college. It's all about hard work and earning your keep, according to Kawhi.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. And so they foul intentionally. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Cousins comes in for Morris. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Luke Kennard in for Paul George. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Zach Collins. Jones comes in for Robert Covington. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Lillard. This is his first free throw of the game.
Well, I think what we see sometimes with DeMarcus Cousins, your greatest strength can be your greatest weakness. When he uses his emotion to be aggressive and intimidating, you love it. He just has to stay under control.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Enes Kanter's checked in for Nurkic. Harry Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And Robert Covington subbed in for Derek Jones.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Outside Jackson. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
McCollum passes to Simons. Back to McCollum. Pass to Giles. Here's Simons. From outside, off the mark. 1:06 left in the third quarter. Jackson misses. The Blazers on offense. Big stretch here going 10-2. Giles kicks to McCollum.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
The shot's good from Kennard. Guys, we're not through 3/4 of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive. And I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
Back to McCollum. over Kennard. Stolen by Zubac. And here we go. Cousins heading to the hoop. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, in addition to everything else that DeMarcus Cousins brings to the game, he can score for you in transition and put pressure at the rim.
And here's McCollum for three. And stolen by Cousins. Kennard to three. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've watched three so far in this one. Clipper. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the floor for Portland, Robert Covington out there with Norman Powell. Then, and folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
The shot by Powell, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And it's Beverly missing. And so Lillard will bring it up for Portland. A two-point game. The three. It's in and good for his sixth field goal in 10 attempts.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first three of the half, there might be more in store.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Beverly. He can't get that one. And it's Portland the other way. And they go to the intentional foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. Leonard's checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Lillard looking around. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Los Angeles calls timeout. And at this point of the game, getting a break here, important for the teams to regroup. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. Get ready to play strong to finish off the game. Kennard, he's checked in for Patrick Beverly. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And he commits the intentional foul. We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. The three from George. Los Angeles with another miss. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Kennard with the rebound. LA's gone 0 of 3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Morris into the lane.
Oh, my goodness. You cannot give up a lane to the cup. Once Marcus Morris sees one, forget about it.
For Portland, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Baca against Nurkic. Kicks to McCollum. 6 on the shot clock. From 15 feet away, and that one off the back of the rim and in. McCollum's got the lead up to 1 now for Portland. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Back to Kennard. Now the pass to Morris. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
My goodness, guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Lillard, the pass to Anthony. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Clippers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Leonard. That one misses. Excellent D that time from Jones. Lillard with it. It's Ibaka picking him up.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice. Let's remember this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Now, here's Lillard. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Lillard's got it all tied up now for Portland. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Here's George. Over McCollum. Got it!
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Lillard outside. And Nurkic has it in the corner. McCollum outside. Dishes it to Lillard. Goes up the baseline. Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those chip-ins are easy to come by. And here's George. It's in!
George loves delivering when the game is on the line at his absolute best.
Now a timeout called by Portland. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
And now, let's present our New Balance player of the game, Paul George.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
And so the timeout by Terry Stotts here. What do you think, guys?
Yeah, tough situation here, but they do have enough time to get a catch and shoot. It's going to have to be very quick, but they do have time.
So it's the Clippers. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up. And just about to get underway as the starting five. Good afternoon, everyone. We're about to get
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Hardaway and Porzingis in at the forward slots. Luka Doncic out there with Richardson. And it's Cauley Stein in at the center position. And for the Trailblazers, we've got Damian Lillard. Giles is out there with Nurkic. Then there's Derek Jones. And it's Powell in at the 2 guard. Now, here's Doncic. Over Jones. The putback. Porzingis on the follow.
And talk about persistence. Porzingis just being a bully on the offensive glass and punishing the opposition.
Lillard against Doncic. Here's Nurkic. Out to the wing. Jones kicks to Powell. Chris, it doesn't matter if they're two of the best teams in the league or the two worst. When these guys get together, these rivals, it's always fun.
Yeah, Kevin, you're so right. When it's a conference rivalry, that's even better. They know each other so well, and that doesn't make them friends.
Here's Doncic, following the score by Damian Lillard. Outside Hardaway. And Doncic, here we go. Shot clock at 6. Cauley Stein. And it's Portland with the rebound. And now Portland on the break. Lillard against Doncic. Giles the pass to Powell. Lillard outside. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Oh, and the dunk by Jones.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Now Doncic shoots over Nurkic. Tries yet again, and Doncic lays it in.
And you want more of this from Doncic. He's good at reading shot trajectories. Love his aggressiveness.
Pass to Nurkic. Passes it to Lillard. Over Doncic. That shot off, and it's Dallas the other way. Now the Mavericks moving it up. Here's Porzingis. Richardson the pass to Porzingis. Doncic against Lillard. Doncic with the steal. Pass break Dallas. Richardson's running. The alley-oop layup, very well done.
Well, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. And that's a foul called on Porzingis. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Giles. And it's Simons in for Jones. And then for Dallas, Maxi Kleber comes in for Cauley Stein. And Dorian Finney-Smith subbed in for Hardaway. Now here's Richardson after the miss from Damian Lillard. And now Portland on the break. Jumps up. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
Anthony on the double team. Porzingis looking it over to the middle and stolen by Lillard. Over to the left wing. Cantor controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Now that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
Richardson against Lillard. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Clock at 6. Here's Doncic. That one drops for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And with good length and athleticism, Doncic not only gets to the rim, but boy, can he finish.
Here's Simons. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. No good on the 3. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Back to Richardson. Kleba inside. Anthony on him. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Collins checked in for Portland. Collins comes in for Lillard. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Mike Powell comes in for Maxi Kleba. Trey Burks checked in for Richardson. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Luka Doncic. Now here's McCollum. He's tightly guarded. Lays it up off the glass.
This guy's just a gamer. McCollum, I mean, he really embraces taking on the defense and finding a way to finish.
Here's Brunson. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. A good close contest so far as we finish. When Damian Lillard's in the flow, there is no stopping him.
I think in the past, anytime
Greg, this is why they say there's no substitute for experience.
And I agree. And, you know, sometimes guys need to learn to be more selfish at times. You also learn if it ain't broke, keep going with it. Ride the hot hand.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And from Portland, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, yeah, this is their preferred pace, and it's gotten them out to an early lead.
On the court for the Mavericks, J.J. Redick is out there with Hardaway. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Marjanovic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Simons following the score by Dallas. And it's Anthony with the jam.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Then for the Mavericks, Burke, he's checked in for Redick. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Marjanovic with the slam.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. The pass to Simons. Collins looking around. Pass to Simons. Clock at 4. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Here's Cantor. Collins finds McCollum. Here's Simons. Back to McCollum. Shoots over Burke. Tips it up. And staying with the play, Anthony. Anthony's got his second bucket.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
Back to Brunson. Burke, the pass to Marjanovic. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Brunson kicks to Marjanovic. Yep, that one goes in there. Marjanovic has got the game tied up here for the Mavs.
I mean, it took him a long time to get into the flow of the game, but the points are starting to come for him.
Pass to Cantor. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Trailblazers shooting their first free throw of the game. And the technical free throw is good. No doubt, Greg, you are known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. Here's Jones. Redick with the rebound.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Giles. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. McCollum deciding where to go with it. Jones, no one around him. His three-pointers off the mark. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Finney Smith. C.J. McCollum with the rebound. And so it's McCollum. He'll bring it up for Portland. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. Goes back up. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Brunson the pass to Finney Smith. Now here's Burke. He is guarded by McCollum. Marjanovic finds Burke to the paint. And here is Powell. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Powell, the pass to Burke. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Here's Lillard. And it's Finney Smith with the rebound. Burke with it over McCollum, and he recovers it. And a close game so far for the... All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first quarter for the Trailblazers was fairly even. At the end of the period, they were up by 2. And that should...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You look at Boban Marjanovic, he's really playing well.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. Jones is out there with Giles. Then there's Norman Powell. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Nurkic in at the 5, patrolling the paint. And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. And so it's Dallas with him. It's a 3-point game. Doncic, no good.
Oh, their movement is good, and they get the ball into the right hand. Now, usually he drops those in between jumpers.
Powell, that's good.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Doncic looking it over. And Doncic throws it down.
Creative at finding ways to just cut inside there. Doncic, a guy you must keep your eyes on.
Lillard, the pass to Powell. Lillard against Doncic. Down low. Giles kicks to Lillard. Just 5 to shoot. Jones dishes to Lillard. Deep. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Cauley Stein. That shot off. Good work defensively by Jones. And Giles now top of the key. Lillard outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Here's Giles. Nurkic trying to get open. Giles, that's good. Giles has got the lead up to 6 now for the Trailblazers. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. And it's Doncic missing.
It's still early, but a 1-for-4 start to the half, that's a bad sign, if you ask me. They've got a can't-miss play. Now's the time to break the glass and pull it out.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Cantor checked in for Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. McCollum's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Maxi Kleber, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Redick comes in for Luka Doncic. Now, here's Richardson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Robert Covington's checked in for Portland. Then for the Mavericks, Cauley Stein comes in for Maxi Kleber. And Trey Burke subbed in for J.J. Redick.
They're having trouble getting going here in the second half. I mean, that's their 4th miss in 5 attempts.
And the foul on Carmelo Anthony. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Burke looking over the floor. Pass to Cauley Stein. Rebound by Anthony. Anthony's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Cullen passes to Anthony. Here's Simons. Richardson cover. Portland moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. Takes it out to Covington. Here's Cantor. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
Defensive breakdown, and they can't capitalize. He'll hit that shot almost every time.
And putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Now here's McCollum. There's the pass to Anthony. Back to McCollum. Over Richardson. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Kent's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens.
Burke kicks to Richardson. Burke, the pass to Cauley Stein. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Cauley Stein's got his second basket.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Anthony's shot is off. Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game. First one falls for him. So for the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Enes Kanter. Collins comes in for Robert Covington. And it's Powell in for McCollum. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Marjanovic checked in for Cauley Stein. Powell comes in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Josh Richardson.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Simons surveying the D. Anthony left side. Pass to Simons. Here's Nurkic. Out to Anthony. There's the dish to Powell. Here's Simons. Can't connect from short range. 3/4 of play in a close game here. It's the Trailblazers leading by 3. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And with 3/4 behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. On the court for the Mavericks, they've got J.J. Redick. Marjanovic is out there with Dwight Powell. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here's Anthony. And now we've got the intentional foul. Here's McCollum. Tries again, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And the leap McCollum has taken has been remarkable. From little used reserve his first 2 years to star scorer. You kidding me?
First free throw is good. He doesn't get the second one.
They can live with the miss because it's a 2-possession game now. That's big.
The shot by Reddick, no good. Portland leading by 4. Here's Anthony, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
At the line, your Trailblazers, Carmelo Anthony.
And he makes the first. Lillard's checked in for Anthony Simons. So Anthony nails both of them.
Oh, he's never rattled at the strike. Always has that nice soft touch on his free throws.
And here is Doncic, taken away by Anthony. And now McCollum running the floor all by himself.
McCollum, he's a threat in transition. He excels at leaking out, and then he knows where to run in the open floor.
Mavericks trail by 8. Doncic outside. The long distance 3 is buried.
And he's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it, though.
And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. From about 16, Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 5th rebound in this one. To the inside. And again, the turnover by the Mavericks.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
For the Trailblazers, Yusuf Nurkic. He's checked in for Cantor. Giles comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Derek Jones in for Collins. Now, here's Lillard, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 7.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother him.
Doncic with it. Now guarded by Nurkic. And the dunk by Doncic. And here we go with the coach's challenge. A surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Jones against Doncic. And the layup's good off the glass. Doncic has got 9 points here in the second half.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Now here's Lillard. Shot clock at 5. Lets it go from deep. Mavericks with the rebound. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Basket good.
The defense tried, but Doncic gets through. Luka able to put a smooth release on the shot despite the contact.
Now here's Lillard. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It's a lazy effort. Let's just be honest. Hoping the shooter misses, that doesn't constitute defense.
Dwight Powell's checked in for the Mavericks. Dorian Finney-Smith comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr.
What you love about Lillard is his drive. He wants to keep improving. He's a super competitive player.
And it's Doncic missing. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Lillard against Richardson. From deep three-point range. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Mavericks trail by 9. Out to Doncic. Shoots over Powell. Doncic, no good. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Richardson finds Doncic. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And Portland with another turnover here. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And Dallas also making a switch. J.J. Redick's checked in for Richardson.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
Yeah, it's quite unlikely. But we've seen crazy things happen.
Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
3 seconds separate the shot clock and gameplay. Now McCollum. They double-team McCollum. Out left to the wing. Simons, the pass to Covington. Lays it up and banks it in.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is no let-up. You know, this is the kind of hard-nosed competitiveness that wins games.
And so it's Portland winning this one. It was a thing. All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for